Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Where's my head? Yes, today is a beautiful day. Do you know why? We're going to go to the land of the bugs. I have already made the offering altar. We give you 1 emerald, 1 diamond, and 1 obsidian. I love the animation. It's so cool. Would have loved if it was a bit faster. You should always find something to nag. Thank you for the gem. We make a second one. I'm just doing this for the quest, otherwise we just need the one. Because you need the second one in order to get back to the overworld, but we have waypoints, so who cares? So we shall make 2 staff of the Gaia, like so. Can't the quest, come on, you can do that. Oh, this is why you needed a block of dense crystal. Otherwise you couldn't have opened it. Now it makes sense. Because if you guys remember last episode I was saying I have no idea why we need a dense crystal. Now I know. We also need thorium. Oh, we have it. Lovely. We have killed the Naga, so we do have the scales. And voila, the keystone. And yes, we are advancing towards the wand of animation. It does have such an easy recipe. I mean, look, it's nothing. You just need a few singularities, some creative essence, and, you know, this thing, which takes ages to make, I guess. So don't you worry, we will do that in the next 5 minutes. Obviously not. We're just going there in order to get some formic acid. Also, this is one of the portals that I'm going to break immediately after we have teleported, so it doesn't really matter where we set it up. I think it was, yeah, you just need the keystone, the staff, and a portal. And I do have a waystone. Lovely. Teleport me. Jerk. I'm the jerk. I had to shift. Where is this place? And we have spawned in an ideal location. I just arrived here and there has been a horrible massacre. But we're gonna set up shop, where did I put it? Yes, over there. Lava wasn't flowing. We put it here. We should definitely take some jade. As a general rule, we shoot everything that moves. I hate bugs. Wasps are the worst. Erebus does have a huge progression that we have to complete, but our immediate need is just going to be formic acid. You move, you die. Yes, lovely beetles. And everything spawns a few billion babies. The items that we're looking for in Erebus are all biome dependent, so it does matter which biome we're in. And thankfully, I think that one is for formic acid. Yeah, exactly. This one is the one with formic acid. And yes, it doesn't really look that I have done much, but I have explored this much. And it's a lot. There are no skies, so you can't really see that. I made 2 resonant reservoirs from thermal expansion, and I enchanted them with holding 4. That should be 750 buckets. Not should. It is. We have 732 buckets of formic acid. Lovely. I think for the moment we're done, we can go home. I enderpearled into formic acid. It's awesome. By the way, do you drop anything? Mushroom hide? Okay. I know, it's not an ideal place to check recipes. We just go. Oh, I didn't have to go that far. That is also formic acid, and we're 300 blocks away from home. That is a shame, but at least on a positive note, we have these rhinos. Yes, rhino beetle plates. It's actually a very decent armor. Now that we have tons of formic acid, why is formic acid important? I thought you never ask. These 3 fine gentlemen that you see in front of you, Master Chief, Jared, and Thomas. Not to be confused with Prince Thomas, who's always a traitor. Always. These 3 fine and handsome gentlemen that you see in front of you left me a very important comment. Basically what they told me was that, Lush, did you know that you can take cobblestone, compress it, place it down, and hammer it? That gives you compressed gravel. And if you hammer it again, compressed sand. And you get the gist, compressed dust. If I'm not mistaken, somebody actually talked about this on episode 1. Let us refresh our memories. So I'm going to do this only once, because every time I don't do that, somebody mentions it in the comment. We're going to compress the cobblestone, then we're going to hammer it. But I'm never going to do that again, because I don't like it. And yes, that person with beautiful eyes was me. So you guys are going to stay there and contemplate your life choices until I get sulfuric acid. Or I don't know, maybe get a shoggoth. Oh, actually, Jared, you don't belong there. Do you know why? Because you left your comment on episode 2. There is a very high chance he did not even see episode 1, so maybe he didn't know. So I shall give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you didn't know. Have fun. And no, that was an RAK, a random act of kindness. You got off easily and without pain. Moving on, the other reason that formic acid is important is regarding cyanide. We need to find our fluid transposer. We add some formic acid, lovely, and that's gonna give us plutonium. Amazing. And the main reason that we wanted that was to get the machine chassis from Nuclear Craft. And yes, you might notice it's not very cheap. But before I explain to you why we need to get into Nuclear Craft, there are a few things that we need to do. I want to try a few things that I have not done in a very long time, and I just want to see how they're going to pay off. What we want to do is to make some witch water, and for that we're going to need mycelium. And this was a very odd recipe that I saw. You can craft mycelium seeds. Making witch water is incredibly easy. All you need to do is to have a barrel on top of mycelium, add some water, and you should get witch water. Oh, it's so slow. It's fine, we will add 2 more. And I really want it to be a bit automatic, can we have some fluid conduits? That's cheap. Also, we are not interested in garbage, we make the ender fluid conduits. For transferring water, it's a bit stupid, I know. But basically, the main reason that I want witch water is that if you put dirt inside, that's what you're going to get. You get tainted soil, which for some reason requires a flint stiffened mesh. We want a very specific sapling from this, not this one, and that one was garbage. I'll try to get more, don't you worry. While the witch water is cooking up, I need a nether star. We have a better sword, so this should go fine. But I also think we can hit it with a shuriken. Yeah, we can. That's nice. Well, if you kill him with the first shot, why not? It might work. And yes, I know it was a horrible idea to move the portal. Oop. I was beginning to lose hope, but we got it. The Specter sapling. We just needed the one. Oh, come on. Stop. Yeah, I guess do the final one too. You can find the soil in the nether, but I was just unlucky, so we had to craft it. But the reason that I wanted this sapling is that this is going to give us ectoplasm. Also extra saplings, but we just needed the one. You see, this is what we want. And no, you cannot put it in a phytogenic insulator. That's painful. Why? I guess they want us to suffer a bit. Yeah, I think they really want us to suffer. The issue is that I am trying to get some ectoplasm in order to make some Specter Coils. You know, these guys that you see over here. We're going to use them in order to transfer power wirelessly. However, one thing that I did not pay attention to is this. In order to make the Specter string, you need mana infused string. Honestly speaking, I think I'm incredibly lucky because we're missing just a few researchers. That's it. It's the bright crystal, so we're spelling Lux. Ah, that was cheap. We don't really need to generate mana, we are getting black lotuses. We just want this. For the quest line to open, should we make some floral fertilizer? Yeah, what else am I going to use it for? Let's make some. Thank you for the quest. So, we want brown, light gray, red, and white. Oh, we have already done the research, that was perfect. I also needed some verdant crystal. It's just weird stuff with fancy names. Thankfully, a pure daisy does not require awakened draconium. End of flame is the default recipe. I don't think mana pool is going to be a problem. Maybe it is, I have to do a research. And of course mana spreaders are fine. So let me get everything, I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, I have no idea what tier 2 light means. I just continued the light research until it was unlocked. And voila. Luminous crystal. I think now we should be fine. I have the mana spreader, a single endo flame, and the mana pool. Black lotuses are not going to work if the mana pool is empty, so we just need like 1 ounce of mana. Now does it work? Yes. Lovely. I can't believe I had to do all of that just for a stupid string. Perfection. There is also a singularity for the final tier of the Specter Coil. I think this one, yeah. You need 13,000. Holy. Well, you need 26,000 for a Chaos Plank. We're gonna work on that, don't you worry. Long story short, this is going to be our first Specter Coil. Which is kind of garbage, this one only transfers 1,000. The next tier is 4,000. We go with the one which does 20,000. So for those of you who don't know, what you're going to need is a Specter Energy Injector. Imagine it as a network, and this is going to be the input. Looks amazing. I really love that animation. But you see, it has a buffer of 1 million RF. I put one of the Specter Coils behind the alloy furnace, and you see, we're not losing any power. And the power should be drained from our capacitor bank. Yes, exactly 2000. That 5 is for the stupid monitor. That is very important because it means I don't really have to worry about cabling. I can put the machines wherever I want. Also upgrade them, right? That's too much. We can go to 20,000. What was wrong with you? That's 13,000. Oh, and this is the wrong coil. But you guys got the point. I just need to upgrade it. The second part of my plan was to use the actually additions lasers in order to route items and do some auto crafting. The problem with them is that, yeah, they do work as intended, but I don't like them. And the reason that I don't like them is that every time that you want to insert an item into an inventory, you're going to need one of these item interfaces, which is a block too much. That is perfectly fine by me. For auto-crafting purposes, we're going to use routing nodes from Blood Magic later on once we get into that. Oh, and by the way, the Specter Coils are going to be useful until we get to the Draconic Evolution energy crystals, and also for small automations that we will have around the base. Anywho, let us get back to nuclear craft. We're going to need 3 rock crushers, which for some reason takes a very long time to craft, but finally, we have all 3 of them. These machines are incredibly important because we need the byproducts that we get from crushing granite, andesite, and diorite. This is why we also have 3 igneous extruders. The igneous extruders are receiving lava and water, so each one of them is making us diorite, granite, and andesite. All of that goes inside the rock crushers. Perfect. And please don't be loud. You're not loud, but you are slow, which is perfectly fine. You can have a few upgrades. That should be fine for now. In this way, if we want to empower blocks, we don't really need to go mining for redstone. We just get it over here. Also, a few of them are very important too. we need them. This one is new. Oh, it's for the molten salt reactor thingy. The machines are set up, everything goes into drawers. They do need more speed upgrades, but I will do that later on. Also, crafting granite does not require extra lava, so we're just consuming water. Therefore, the igneous extruder is always offline. So it does have the malfunctioning fan. Very important to keep things logical. With the rock crushers taken care of, now we need to take care of something much more important if we want to get into blood magic very soon. The bubbly hearts. I have been waiting for fluid cows to spawn because we are going to need an antimatter cow, but he's not spawning. So I think we can force him to spawn using an Ender.io powered spawner. Hopefully. I just need one Z-Logic controller, right? Yes. Here is our spawner. We also need to have a soul binder. Oh, you can't place it. Fine. I was so scared. I thought this is going to need a witch. It doesn't. And that is just lovely. We can have our soul binder. I already have a fluid cow inside the soul vial, and now we just have to mix it with the spawner. Yes, enough experience and you are loud. You take ages. Lovely and lovelier. You do spawn cows, right? Because the mob duplicator from Industrial Foregoing is not an option. Do I get fluid cows? Please. Yeah, we do. Lithium, syrup, gelid cryotium, naphtha, creosote oil, liquid magma, liquid caramel. Okay. Radioactive water. You come with me. Oh, crude oil. Which one? I killed him. Accidentally. Another gelid cryotium. Oh, Brian. The cow. I should have kept him. I don't know what that is. We keep it. For experiments. Yes. Crude oil. That's gonna save me a lot of time, I think. Water. Useless. Another crude oil. Come. Don't fall down. Well, he's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, liquid antimatter. You're the one I want. Also, maybe one more oil? The fluid cows are not as OP as they used to be in Project Ozone 2 because you can't milk them constantly. Liquid corallium. I like you too. Oh, I have to wait 3 minutes. They have a cooldown, so it's every 3 or 4 minutes. They're not amazing. Just to clarify myself, I know you always have the timer with the fluid cows, but in Project Ozone 2, you could have milked them using a rancher without the cooldown. I think I tried it in the normal Project Ozone 3 and it didn't work, and I highly doubt that it's going to work. Give me the liquid antimatter. Thank you. So the way that you get anti-bone is that you have to drop a skeleton inside antimatter and, well, then kill him. We have a few candidates. He's gonna convert. Yes. And he should give me anti-bone. Lovely. I should also be very careful not to fall inside it myself. It's very deadly. There is an anti-creeper. I didn't know. Let me gather some bones and I'll be right back. Well, I have 50 bones. I don't think I have enough hearts. We just go home. Oh, you just need the anti-bone in order to make the canister. The rest of that is just normal bones. Awesome. Today is a day to be remembered. We're going to make Lord Traverse of Darkness proud. Oh, we have so many yellow hearts. Why? But ladies and gentlemen, 20 more extra hearts. Now that we have the extra hearts, I have made a rancher and let us see if it works with the cows. Yeah, you have to wait 3 minutes. That's not great. Crude oil is going to be very important for us once we get into pneumatic craft because we need it in order to make plastic. I have 2 crude oil cows. Can you mate? Oh, same cow. Okay, then that can work. Because here's the thing, in order to get LPG, you're going to need oil, crude oil, or whatever. You can go and mine it, but there's also a recipe to craft it. Where is it? Okay, I don't know where is it, but essentially you have to make biodiesel, you have to make nutrient distillation, and that will give you oil. And with the cows, we already have the oil, so we're good. That saves on a lot of automations. So, where do we stand? We have our cows, and I'm breeding them. And I want to start automating the production of oil. The problem is that I don't really want to do this in the overworld, because we should not do everything in one dimension. And the main reason for that is we want to avoid lag. And yes, my eyes are beautiful, I know. You're mesmerized. We do have a few solutions. One of them is that we can just drop them inside, I don't know, the Twilight Forest or something and call it a day, or we can put them inside a compact machine. Well, we don't really have to do that for the cows, but I don't mind getting some compact machines in order to have a few automations. The problem is that I want the biggest one. Because, you know, it doesn't really make sense to spam different types of compact machines. We want to keep things standards and neat. So where is the problem? This guy, crystalline pink ingot, which does require pink slime. And yes, it also requires a ton of empowered diamantine crystals. And if you guys remember, in order to make that, we need this guy, which I cannot pronounce. But now we have it, in dust form. There should be a machine to convert it. What the? Oh, it's a pressurizer, okay. And I'm making the wrong thing. Again, this compactor makes gears, this one makes plate, and I haven't marked them. This is why I always have a lot of gears. For the first time in my life, that went surprisingly well. I always struggle with crafting. Lovely. We have the pressurizer. Of course, crafting is no longer going to be an issue. Are you even working? Yes. very slowly, because we would be able to get into applied energistics very soon, now that we have oil. And the reason that I was waiting was that, yeah, I wanted to see if we can get these stupid cows. Hey you, come here, have babies. Also, can someone please explain this to me? What does the energy upgrade from nuclear craft do? I am consuming 24,000 RF. If I remove it, oh, it's 720,000 RF. Okay, never mind. Don't explain. For a second I was just thinking maybe it's not working. Anywho, this should give us 1 stack of diamantine blocks, and I guess the rest of the items for making the mob slaughter factory is not going to be a problem. I did make the mob slaughter factory, and the maximum range add-on that it can accept is 5, so there you go. This should work exactly like the old days, meaning that it's going to kill mobs and it's going to give us pink slime and liquid meat. Meaning that if we have our spawner over there, give both of them some power, we should get something. Yes, it actually gives you more pink slime than liquid meat. And of course, as usual, whenever you want to extract it, you get the wrong fluid. Can't you give me this one? Yeah, I give up. A tank is easier. Well, for making the pink slime ingot, we're going to need a sieving machine, and that requires an actual pink slime. Which I believe in this version, we just have to place down the bucket. I don't want to destroy the torches. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna spawn here. Yeah, on the surface it's much better. It's flat and nice. Oop. We got one. Can we spawn them? I think we can. Although the question would be, why would you need pink slime for anything? I do admit, you do need a bit. It's fine, spawners are cheap. I'll make one. I'm always ready to do stupid things. In the middle of the base. Oops. Yeah, that's not great. Stop. They do quite a bit of damage. This is easier. And also I think we have enough pink slime for the foreseeable future. Believe it or not, that was the easy part. Now we come to the hard part, crafting the actual machines. We are going to need a few personal shrinking devices because we need them in the projectors, and that requires neutral steel of the 1st degree and, oh, fluxed electrum. It's not a horrifying recipe, don't you worry. And then we're going to need hyper diamond, created by putting graphite dust into an explosion. That sounds very stupid. Oh, TNT is not like that. And apparently it's also a quest. Really? Anywho, we do have our graphite dust, and voila. Is that hyper diamonds? That's nothing. This is why you should try one by one. Oh, we have more, okay. So something like this? Maybe it's the wrong graphite. Yeah, I think that was the wrong graphite, because there is a graphite from the same mod. And this is the Lost Cities dimension. I'm not sure if it's relevant or not. I remember this because I thought it's something important, and then I realized there are no uses, so I just throw it away. That was a dumb move. Let's try this again and hope for the best. Why is it dark? I don't know. Ah, come on. Oh, it's there. Yes, we got it. Seriously, why is it so dark? If we manage to get a decent supply of draconium, it's gonna be lovely. We got something. Yes, a decent supply of draconium. You know, so far the recipes are not that bad. The only problem is your inventory management. I mean, if you have access to applied energistics, this mod pack is going to be incredibly easy. How did I mess it up? I don't know. I should not have the torch. Block of nickel. Redstone on top. Oh, I'm an idiot. It was 1 block too low. Thank you. You see? Inventory management. This is a bit expensive, because in order to make a pink slime ingot, you need 2 buckets of pink slime. And that's a bit. And this stupid thing has a singularity, and I'm not even sure if you can get the creative tank before that. Probably not. I don't know. But I just want to have a compact machine, so who cares? Grains of piezoality. Do I have it here? No, but I do have the crystal. We have enough for a block. That is lovely. I just remembered something. We had ectoplasms. I could have just made a dimension from those. Well, I guess that was a bit stupid, but it's fine. We can have our compact machine. Everything is so loud. Thank you. So this is something that we have to automate, because I was checking the uses on the compact machine and, well, you need it in order to make chaos planks. No, wait, it gets much better. Then you need 6 chaos planks in order to make something called omen ingot. You need a bajillion of everything in order to make a creative chest, and you need 4 creative chests in order to make a creative ME storage cell. I think we should quit. For the moment, we put you actually not there. Maybe here. And let me see, how the hell am I going to transfer all those cows? This is stupid, but I think it's the easiest way. Yeah, almost everyone fit, except the babies. Who cares about them? So this corner is going to be where we're going to spawn, and we can just place down the cows over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our very fancy cow farm. I brought the rancher, I brought an ender tank, and I also brought a range add-on, so you go in there. Oh, we're getting oil, and that goes inside the ender tank. Lovely. I know that they say if the compact machine in the overworld is chunk loaded, this place is also going to be chunk loaded, but I don't really trust that. So we chunk load it. It's not great, but it's not that bad. We got 19 buckets, so we have 19 cows. We will have way more. That should be enough oil. 10 millibuckets of oil gives you 2 millibuckets of LPG. And 100 millibuckets of LPG gives you 1 plastic. Maybe we go with Magnicraft, that has a better yield for getting the LPG. Yeah, 10 millibuckets of oil gives you crude oil, so it's a 3 in 10 compared to 2 in 10. I don't know, we will fix that next episode anyways. Because I think it is time to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. My feet are hollow. Weird.